for, let's see, what, how long have I been here? 6 years. There probably was a Varsity News, maybe, I don't know, some other publication, high school publication here on that first media day. At that time, I mean, everybody, as far as the Detroit teams, both men and women, we were kind of at the bottom of the league at that time, and there wasn't really any kind of interest in our program. So for me, just to kind of sit here and look around, and honestly, it looks like you had to make a reservation to get in here today. So it's very exciting to see the growth that has happened here at the university. So I would also like to thank you for the radio also as well on behalf of Barb and John Wallach. They used to tell me stories how they used to drive around, which they are great supporters of the university. They used to drive around Rochester because at their house they didn't necessarily get the reception for the radio, so they used to drive up and down Main Street just to hear the Titan games that they could not attend. So I know that radio is just such a huge thing, so very appreciative of the partnership. So with our team and our season, I would say that it can be summed up with this little nugget, okay, if you will. It was a team meeting that we had, and there was a publication that came out that pretty much did a little bit of a preseason. Now, the Horizon League hasn't come out yet, but a preseason voting as far as first team, second team in the Horizon League. So I will not let that publication come out. But, of course, Detroit, there was nobody on either of those two teams picked in the preseason. So I basically stood at the front of the locker room and I said, you know what, it's okay. We're the mystery team. We're unknown. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Sine Shearer stands up and, it's a surprise because Sine, if you guys know her, she's about as quiet as a mouse, honest to goodness. We will watch videotape and she's the first person to doze off on the couch, okay? So she's the one that's got her eyes open, and I got all the coaches watching her. I can see in the reflection, and she just can't stay awake. She just can't do it. So we have to make her stand up most of the time. But, of course, she was awake that particular team meeting because she went on that list. So she stands up, and she says, Detroit versus everybody. And we all kind of got a good chuckle, and we're like, you know what? That's right. That might be our motto this year, matter of fact. And I know our coaches have kind of talked with Mr. Valls here about maybe even getting some shirts that say Detroit versus everyone, because that's what we're going to see this particular year right away, just because we are a team that really is unknown. So anyway, our team style of play has changed radically. We now have gone from pretty much, Perry, you all right? He's throwing pencils at me down here, okay? So anyway, so it has radically changed this year. We were the muscle type, pounded inside. This year we are more up and down. We are playing with skill. We are playing with intelligence. We are playing to basically accomplish our goal, which is to have more balance within our team. So I know that our team is very excited about a lot of kids being able to touch the ball and be able to show what they have, probably spread you out. Don't want to give too much away early because we are one of those teams that has a lot of new faces. So I will tell you that they are super excited about being able to get up and down. They've been doing a great job converting 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s. So, and I believe that we will have one of the best three-point shooting teams, if not in the country, because I have a couple of kids. We have a couple of kids that really can flat out stroke it. Now, we are having a little bit of a three-point competition on Thursday, so I hope that they can go ahead and have my back on that and beat the boys. What do you think, Coach Ray? We gonna have some issues or what? Okay, all right, I got you. So anyway, we do have a roster that's full of young kids, but they continue to surprise me every single day. They are very eager, they're very hungry, they're very receptive to coaching, and that's all you can really ask for as far as a coach goes. We had one freshman out of nowhere just wrap around behind the back pass on the fast break, and we kind of raised our eyebrows like, who is that? So it's just been very exciting to watch that kind of play. Personnel, just give you a little something about each kid. Very quickly, obviously, Sine Shearer came back last year. She's the kid that tore her ACL in the Horizon League tournament a couple years back when we were ahead and well on our way to the NCAA tournament. Obviously, a really devastating moment for her. But we did bring her back early last year. She was not 100%. She is now 100%, and she's ready to lead this team to the NCAA tournament. Megan Hatter has been kind of one of those kids that came in rotating at the post. I believe that she will be our starting post player this year. She's 6 foot, but she can shoot lights out. She's really worked on her game, so that is our attack. We're going to have hopefully at least 4 kids on the floor at one time that can consistently make shots from the outside, and she can get up and down the floor. We did have a 6'5" kid on our roster. She is injured, career-ending, Juliana Gland, so unfortunately she will not be with us this year in spirit. Bree Wilcox, another 6'2" kid suffering some injuries, just working her way back. Alicia Crosby is an underclassman that transferred from Cornerstone. Now, what kind of coach takes a transfer from Cornerstone University? A smart one, all right? Because she's one that she was homeschooled, but this kid is special. She doesn't look like much, but she's got range. She's got the intelligence. She can go inside, outside. So look for her to be a real surprise to the league. As far as our sophomores go, Devonna Bradford, she's a 5'11" kind of post kid that gets up and down. Rosanna Reynolds, as you know, played 40 minutes last year at the point guard spot, her unnatural position. She really is a 2 guard, so I'm excited for her to get out there and be able to shoot as much as she wants to. The light is fluorescent green for her to go ahead. In high school, she was their main scorer, so we kind of asked her to take a back seat last year. No surprise to me, she did exactly what I wanted her to. So now this year, she is able to do what she does best. I think the biggest surprise you'll have is Taylor McAllister, a 5'4" point guard from Akron. She's very fast, and she's going to ignite our offense. She is a catalyst, both on the offensive and defensive end. So she's somebody that you didn't see much last year. She didn't have much of a place on our team on the court last year, but this year, look for her to play significant minutes at the point guard spot. Freshman Haley Rostovsky, she will play significant minutes. She's one of those 3-point shooters. As you know, she was at University Liggett. She was Class C Player of the Year last year. So with success, we've been able to obtain these highly recruited athletes. So we're very excited about her. Mynisha, Frederick, she led the state of Minnesota in assists for the last 2 years in high school. So she's one that's trying to penetrate and kick to our shooters and has developed a 3-point shooter or a 3-point shot in the process. Megan Galloway, a post kid that's really going to help us. Taylor, Canadian, another post kid that's going to help us because we plan on rotating that post spot with everybody. Lizzie Connors, a shooter, a lefty. I love lefties from Wisconsin, so we're looking for her to make some threes. And then Raina Montgomery is going to be a surprise in the freshman class. She's the one that dropped the old behind-the-back pass in practice and is just coming into her own after suffering 2 years of injuries in high school. So that's a look at our roster. We got 13, but I love them all. I will tell you, like I said, to end things, schedule-wise, we're playing the in-state schools, we're playing the Easterns, we're playing the Westerns, Michigan, Michigan State. Michigan's going to be right here on the 16th, so hopefully that will be a highly publicized game that we can get everybody out to and supporting us. Obviously, there's a Rostovsky against Rostovsky with Madison and Haley going against each other, so that'll be fun to watch. So I really like our schedule. I think it'll do a good job of preparing us for the Horizon League. And lastly, like I said, the Horizon League polls are coming out soon. I said, ladies, you need to brace yourself. They may not be too kind to you, but as I said before, I will always select our team #1 in the polls because I need to make sure that they know that I have the utmost confidence in them to get the job done because of one reason, Detroit versus everybody, right? Thank you very much.